Welcome. Today we're diving into the world of Python, one of the most popular programming languages in the world. Whether you're completely new to coding or just curious about Python, this video will walk you through the essential concepts you need to know. We'll start with the basics like what Python is and who created it, and gradually move to more practical aspects such as variables, loops, and functions. By the end, you'll have a solid understanding of Python's core features and why it's such a favorite among developers. Let's get started on this journey together. Python is a high-level interpreted programming language. That means it's designed to be easy for humans to read and write, and you don't need to worry about the details of how computers execute your code. Python is widely used for web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, automation, and much more. Its simple syntax makes it a great choice for beginners, while its powerful libraries and frameworks attract professionals as well. If you're looking for a language that balances simplicity and capability, Python is a fantastic option. Do you know Python was developed by Guido van Rossum? He started working on Python in the late 1980s and released the first version in 1991. Guido's goal was to create a language that emphasized code readability and simplicity, making programming more accessible to everyone. Thanks to his vision, Python has grown into a language that powers everything from small scripts to large-scale web applications and scientific research. Guido van Rossum is often affectionately called Python's benevolent dictator for life for his long-term guidance of the language. An important thing to remember about Python is that it's case-sensitive. This means that uppercase and lowercase letters are treated as different characters. For example, the variable names value and value would be considered two separate variables in Python. This feature helps prevent accidental errors, but also means you need to be careful with your spelling and capitalization when writing code. Paying attention to case sensitivity is a small habit that can save you a lot of debugging time. In writing Python code, following a consistent style is important. That's where PEP8 comes in. PEP8 is the official style guide for Python code, offering recommendations on everything from indentation and naming conventions to how to structure your code. Adhering to PEP8 makes your code more readable and maintainable, especially when working in teams. It's a great habit to develop early on, and many Python editors can even help you follow these guidelines automatically. Python is known as an interpreted language, which means your code is executed line by an interpreter. Unlike compiled languages where the entire code is translated before running, Python reads and runs each line as it goes. This makes it easier to test and debug your code as you can see results immediately. The interpreter is what allows Python to be so flexible and interactive, making it a favorite for rapid development and experimentation. Python, a variable, is a way to store data in your computer's memory. Think of it as a labeled box where you can keep information, such as numbers, text, or even more complex data. You can create a variable by simply assigning a value to a name, and you can change that value whenever you need to. Variables make it possible to write flexible and dynamic programs that can process and manipulate data easily. Functions are reusable blocks of code that perform specific tasks. In Python, you define a function using the def keyword followed by the function name and parentheses. Functions help you organize your code, avoid repetition, and make your programs easier to understand. By breaking your code into functions, you can tackle complex problems step by step and reuse code whenever needed. List in Python is a mutable collection of elements, meaning you can change, add, or remove items after creating it. Lists are incredibly versatile and can hold any type of data, including numbers, strings, or even other lists. They're perfect for storing sequences of items like a list of names or a series of numbers. Lists are one of the most commonly used data structures in Python, making them essential to learn. Tuples are similar to lists, but with one key difference: they are immutable. Once you create a tuple, you cannot change its contents. This makes tuples useful for storing data that shouldn't be modified, like coordinates or fixed settings. Tuples are created by placing items inside parentheses, and they can hold any type of data. Their immutability can help prevent accidental changes in your programs. Dictionaries are another powerful data structure in Python. They store data in key-value pairs, allowing you to quickly look up values based on a unique key. For example, you might use a dictionary to store a person's name as the key and their phone number as the value. Dictionaries are mutable, so you can add, change, or remove items as needed. They're perfect for organizing and accessing data efficiently. Like many other programming languages, Python uses indentation to define code blocks. This means that the way you space your code isn't just for looks, it actually affects how your program runs. Proper indentation is crucial for things like loops, functions, and conditionals. If your indentation is off, Python will give you an error. This feature encourages clean, readable code and helps prevent mistakes. You know exactly how many times you want to repeat an action. The for loop is your go-to tool in Python. For loops are perfect for iterating over sequences like lists, ranges, or strings. They make it easy to process each item in a collection one by one. Mastering for loops will help you automate repetitive tasks and handle data efficiently in your programs. Sometimes you don't know in advance how many times you'll need to repeat an action. That's where the while loop comes in. While loops continue running as long as a certain condition is true. They're useful for situations where the number of iterations depends on user input or changing data. Just be careful to set up your conditions correctly to avoid infinite loops. Len function is a handy tool in Python that returns the length of an object, such as a list, string, or dictionary. It's a quick way to find out how many items are in a collection or how many characters are in a string. Knowing how to use len helps you write more dynamic and flexible code, especially when working with data of varying sizes. Break statement is used to exit a loop immediately, even if the loop's condition hasn't been met yet. This is useful when you want to stop looping as soon as a certain condition is true, such as finding a specific item in a list. Using break can make your code more efficient by avoiding unnecessary iterations. Continue statement is another useful tool in Python loops. When Python encounters continue, it skips the rest of the current loop iteration and moves on to the next one. This is handy when you want to ignore certain values or conditions without stopping the entire loop. It helps keep your code clean and focused on the important tasks. Python, the double equals sign equals equals is used as a comparison operator. It checks whether two values are equal and returns true or false. This operator is essential for making decisions in your code, such as inside of statements or loops. Understanding how to use comparison operators is key to writing programs that can react to different situations. Module in Python is simply a file containing Python code. Modules allow you to organize your code into separate files, making it easier to manage and reuse. You can import modules into your programs to access functions, classes, or variables defined elsewhere. Python comes with a rich standard library of modules, and you can also create your own or use third-party ones. The print function is one of the first things you'll use in Python. It displays output on the screen, making it easy to check results, debug your code, or interact with users. Whether you're printing simple messages or complex data, print is an essential tool for any Python programmer. One of Python's biggest strengths is its platform independence. This means you can write Python code on one operating system, like Windows, and run it on another, like macOS or Linux, without any changes. This flexibility makes Python a great choice for projects that need to work across different environments. It's just another reason why Python is so widely adopted around the world.